David Yeoman standing by with a look at our forecast. At least we're above freezing now.
Thank goodness, Brian. After a real brush with wintry weather, we wanted to take an in-depth historical perspective, because if you think we've had a little more ice and wintry weather around here this winter than we normally would, you are absolutely right. Here is that look. We're going to talk about Camp Mabry and ABIA briefly. The last time we've had ice or wintry precipitation accumulating at Camp Mabry after March 3rd was all the way back in 1930. Granted, that was in late March. On March 27th, we had about a tenth of an inch of ice and snow. But again, since 1930, we have not had any freezing rain, ice, snow, sleet recorded at Camp Mabry until today, March 4th, earlier this morning. How about at ABIA? Ever since they were established as an official weather reporting station back in the 1940s, they have never seen measurable ice or snow ever after March 3rd. And again, freezing rain was also recorded there on this March 4th. Absolutely incredible this winter that we've been through. Now, this was the 7th icing event in Central Texas this winter, whether it be the Hill Country, I-35, or our eastern counties. And that indeed is more than average by far. In fact, that's the most icing events that we've seen in one winter since 1985. Now, this is due in part to slightly colder than average temperatures. When you look at our December, January, and February average temperatures here at Camp Mabry in Austin, we are indeed a little bit colder than average, 1.1 degrees below normal. So it has been a bit of a chillier than average winter, as well as a stormier than average one as well. Check out this, not just the ice and snow, sleet rather, last night, but thunderstorms. David Pauly sent us this great photo from near Camp Swift. I know there was a lot of lightning and thunder around the area around 10 p.m. This was taken out there around that time. Beautiful photo there, and a real mix of precipitation we saw across the area last night. Here's a welcome sight for sore eyes. We'll take you live right now from the Austonian weather cam, looking off towards the east. All of the precipitation, whether it be rain, sleet, or freezing rain, has now exited all of central Texas. Even Fayette County now clearing out very nicely, albeit a little bit slowly. Because of that slow clearing in the east, we're still pretty chilly. 33 degrees in LaGrange. We are starting to see some sun out in the hill country, though. That's helping Llano warm up to 45. And right here in the city, we've now warmed up to 39 degrees. Still far below average, of course, for this time of year, but nicer than that 30-degree temperature we woke up to. Now, I'll mention it again. We avoided the upper 20s here in the middle of Austin, and that's why we avoided that widespread icing. 30 degrees was the low temperature this morning at Camp Mabry, and as you noticed, that was cold enough to make some ice on your windshield and a couple of bridges and flyovers here and there. But again, upper 20s is what we need for that widespread icing, and we did narrowly avoid that by just 1 or 2 degrees. Incredible. All right, satellite and radar showing all of that wintry weather exiting off towards the east. That low pressure system now just about centered overhead right here, and by the end of today that will be ejecting on off towards the east, and it won't be a thing we have to worry about anymore. So for the rest of the day, expect a nice mix of clouds and sun. Temperatures, though, remaining pretty chilly, 45 degrees, a little bit warmer in the hill country where we have more sun, and a little bit cooler over in our eastern counties where we'll be a little bit slower to clear out. Now tonight, 34 degrees here in town. We should drop into the upper 20s in the hill country communities, but by then I'm sure all of the roads will be cleared out in terms of liquid on the roadways, so we're not worried about icing overnight tonight. All right, your 7-day forecast is showing a nice slow clearing and warming trend. We'll be up at 68 degrees by Thursday, mid to upper 70s by Friday. Now, another cold front is on the horizon, and it's got plans to impact our rescheduled Kite Festival and also the first weekend of South by. But the good news, the air will be colder, but not that cold. Highs in the upper 50s on Sunday. Brian?